I think your chakras have a message for you. And if you think so too, you should stick around. If you don't, you can go ahead and scroll and have a good day. I was seeing blue in my head, which is like our third eye. Also, some of our minor chakras are blue. What came out, though, is a secondary chakra, soles of the feet. The affirmation is, I take my place in the divine order with confidence and strength and happily fulfill my task. So, what I'm gathering here is you are mad about some of the things you have to do. And you know what? I get that because sometimes I'm there as well. So whenever we are operating in our purpose and doing the things that we came here to do, we get this deep feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment, right? But not everything that we do is like aligned with our soul purpose, right? Whenever we are working our 9-to-5s at 16 years old, usually that's not what we incarnated on this planet for. And throughout life, there's lots of things like that. Grocery shopping is not something that we incarnated for, right? Some of these tasks can start to feel overburdensome and they can start to make you feel resentment. And what I'm picking up is there's a lot of resentment going on in your life towards some of the tasks that you don't want to be doing anymore. So what the cards are kind of recommending that you do is start to reject with love and consistency. So what does that mean? That means looking at the tasks that are starting to really bother you and cause those deep feelings of anger and resentment and figuring out how we can reject those tasks. Sometimes it's going to look like a career change. Sometimes it's going to look like changing up the household chores. Sometimes it's going to look like telling your friends, hey, I'm too tired on Tuesday to go out to dinner. I'm sorry, but I can't make it anymore. But while we're doing that, make sure we're doing it with love and make sure that we're staying consistent to our boundaries. And I want to wrap this up with make sure that you're leaving work at work and make sure that you're leaving these things that upset you at the door whenever you are done with them. Sometimes whenever things are bothering us and we sit there in our thoughts, we make it worse than it is. And then we're not in the present. We're not enjoying the moments that could be happy because we're sitting there thinking about the stuff that makes us upset. This card says modesty in thought and action allows the wisdom within me to grow. And that's just a reminder to not be sitting there overthinking on our problems. Find a solution and then stop. I used to think about the things that stressed me out to the point that I could not sleep and I would make myself physically ill, and that was not productive to myself. So what I did was I made this checklist whenever I found myself fixating on something in my head. Have I solved this problem? If the answer was yes, I've thought of a solution, I'm not thinking of it anymore. I'm just going to go do that solution. If I have not thought of a solution, don't stress about it. Just find a solution and then stop, because worrying does not help us. I know that there's a lot of heavy and thick emotions lingering around in your life right now, but I promise you that you're going to clear this out of the way and you're going to step onto the path that you're supposed to be on. You've got this. Stay magical.